Shalom, Erev Tov, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. A deadly Palestinian terror attack claims the life of one Israeli elderly civilian and wounds 3 others. U.S. President Donald Trump designates the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia a major non-NATO ally. The Islamic Republic of Iran rejects negotiations with the United States despite President Trump's announcement of talks with the Iranians. A deadly terror attack by 2 Palestinian terror operatives at Gush Etzion Junction claimed the life of one Israeli elderly civilian and wounded 3 others before IDF forces eliminated the terrorists at the scene. The terrorists initially rammed their vehicle into a group of civilian bystanders before exiting the vehicle and viciously stabbing 3 of the victims. IDF troops who were stationed nearby immediately responded, eliminating the terrorists. Regrettably, Ron Cohen, a 71-year-old resident of Kiryat Arba, succumbed to his wounds, while 3 others, including a 40-year-old woman, 30-year-old man, and 15-year-old teenager, sustained moderate injuries to include stabbing wounds. Meanwhile, IDF Chief of General Staff Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, during a visit to the scene, ordered security measures along motorways throughout Judea and Samaria to be bolstered and to ratchet up operational activity against terror cells throughout the region. Moreover, General Zamir also seized the opportunity to command the troops who eliminated the terrorists and stressed that they had engaged the enemy with determination and cool-headedly, which prevented an even more serious incident. Turning to Jerusalem, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu attended a dedication ceremony for a newly handwritten biblical scroll in honor of the son of Israeli ambassador to the United States, Yechiel Leiter, the late Captain Dr. Moshe Yedidia Leiter, who was killed while commanding an elite commando unit in a battle on November 10 of 2023 in the northern Gaza Strip.
בשנתיים האחרונות עשינו רבות כדי לבסס את קיומנו בארץ הזאת. הכינו בציר הטרור של איראן ב-360 מעלות, ועוד ידנו נטויה. והיא גם נדרשת. היום חווינו התקפת טרור פלסטיני נוספת, ואנחנו נחושים להשלים את המלחמה בכל הזירות, כולל בפירוק החמאס מנשקו ופירוז רצועת עזה. כדי להבטיח שמעזה לא תשקף סכנה גדולה יותר. אבל נראה לי שהניצחון הגדול ביותר שלנו, שהפתיע את כל העולם, זה ניצחון הרוח. והרוח הזאת מתבטאת בצורה מופלאה בסיפור של הקרבתו ורוחו של משה לייטר, השם ייקום דמו, שהוא מופת לכל עם ישראל, וגם אני יכול לספר לכם לרבים מידידי ישראל בעולם.
Turning to Lebanon, where Israel continues to aggressively enforce the terms of the November 27 ceasefire throughout southern Lebanon, as the Iranian proxy Hezbollah and its terror affiliates, to include the Islamist Palestinian terror group Hamas, are working tirelessly to rearm in what appears to be an evident effort to prepare for a renewed confrontation with Israel. However, while Hezbollah sustains devastating blows on a daily basis, to include the elimination of dozens of terror operatives in an intelligence-driven strike on an Islamist Hamas training compound in the Ain al-Hilwa area in southern Lebanon, at least 10 Hamas terror operatives were eliminated. It is important to highlight that according to the IDF spokesperson's unit, prior to the strike, steps were taken to mitigate harm to civilians, including the use of precise munition, aerial surveillance, and additional intelligence. Meanwhile, at the scene of the strike, a Hamas representative in Lebanon insisted that the attack on the terror group's training facility was a message to the Palestinian people.
هي رسالة ترهيبية لأبناء شعبنا الفلسطيني في المخيمات الفلسطينية، وذلك يعني للحصول على نتائج سياسية. هو نوع من أنواع الضغوطات التي يتعرض لها شعبنا الفلسطيني والضغوطات الكثيرة.
Turning to the United States of America, where President Donald Trump hosted Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the White House, and during the course of a gala event proclaimed the designation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia a major non-NATO ally.
Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that we're taking our military cooperation to even greater heights by formally designating Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally, which is something that is very important to them. And I'm just telling you now for the first time because I wanted to keep a little secret for tonight. I just heard him say, "Oh, that's nice. That's another point you won today." And signing a historic strategic defense agreement, which we just signed a little while ago. So congratulations.
President Trump also seized the opportunity to thank the Saudi Crown Prince for playing a significant role in advancing his 20-point plan for the Gaza Strip, insisting that it is realizing a miracle of peace for the Middle East.
I want to thank the Crown Prince for the role he played in the transformational peace deal that was achieved last month, and so many of the other things that happened to end the war in Gaza. Gaza, while it looks a little bit messy, it has for many, many years, I will tell you, many decades, but it's getting very close to being perfected, and people are shocked. And even the great experts that have gone around criticizing badly every country and every president and everything, they're all saying that what's taking place in the Middle East is a miracle. They're just calling it a miracle, and we're going to make it a miracle, and we're very close to doing that.
Earlier in the day, during a press availability session at the Oval Office, President Trump was asked whether Saudi Arabia had responded to his request to finally join the Abraham Accords, which would essentially realize normalization between Israel and the Arabian Kingdom.
I think I got a positive response. Would you like to respond?
Yeah, so definitely we believe having a good relation with all of these Eastern countries is a good thing, and we want to be part of the Abraham Accord, but we want also to be sure that we secure a clear path of two-state solution. And today we have a healthy discussion with Mr. President that we're going to work on that to be sure that we can prepare the right situation as soon as possible to have that.
I think we're, I don't want to use the word commitment, but we've had a very good talk on the Abraham Accords. We talked about one state, two state. We talked about a lot of things in a short period of time. We'll be discussing it further too. But I think you have a very good feeling toward the Abraham Accords.
Yes, definitely, Mr. President. We want peace for the Israelis. We want peace for the Palestinians. We want them to coexist peacefully in the region, and we will do our best to reach that day.
Asked about the expected sale of F-35 multi-role stealth aircraft, President Trump committed to selling the Saudis a host of the most sophisticated weapon systems, to include the most advanced versions of the F-35. Asked whether it would raise concerns about Israel's qualitative military edge in the region,
Israel will be happy. Israel is going to be happy. Israel's aware, and they're going to be very happy. Okay?
President Trump also revealed that the United States and the Islamic Republic of Iran are holding talks behind closed doors, which triggered a question to the Saudis about their own concerns vis-à-vis Washington's diplomatic push with their main regional rivals, namely the Ayatollah regime in Tehran.
We are close ally. We'll be working closely together on that issue, and we will do our best to help to reach a deal between the rest of America and Iran, and we believe it's good for Iran's future to have a good deal that will satisfy the region and the world and the rest of America. So we will do our best to see that day happen.
And by the way, Iran does want to make a deal. I can say I think they very badly want to make a deal. I am totally open to it, and we're talking to them, and we start a process. But it would be a nice thing to have a deal with Iran, and we could have done it before the war, but that didn't work out. And something will happen there, I think. But they would very much like, they may say something else, but they would very much like to have a deal.
It is interesting to know that Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi insisted in recent days that the United States was not ready for negotiations, since Washington was pursuing a maximalist demands which the Ayatollah regime is unwilling to oblige to.
جمهوری اسلامی ایران همواره طرفدار دیپلماسی و مذاکره بوده، ولی مذاکراتی که منصفانه و بر اساس راهبرد یا رویکرد منافع متقابل صورت بگیره و عادلانه و شرافتمندانه باشه. رویکرد فعلی دولت آمریکا به هیچ وجه حاکی از آمادگی برای یک مذاکرات برابر و منصفانه برای رسیدن به یک منافع متقابل نیست. آنچه که ما از آمریکایی‌ها شاهد بودیم تا الان در حقیقت تلاش برای دیکته کردن خواسته های خودشون بوده، خواسته های کاملا حداکثری و زیاده خواهانه. در مقابل چنین خواسته هایی ما فرصتی برای گفتگو نمی بینیم، وگرنه ما آماده گفتگو بودیم و همیشه هستیم و همچنان هم خواهیم بود، ولی مذاکره‌ای که برای دیکته کردن باشه رو هیچ وقت شرکت نخواهیم.
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. Please continue to pray for our persecuted brothers and sisters worldwide. Pray also for the peace of Jerusalem and the redemption of Israel. I'm Jonathan Hessen wishing you an Erev Mevorach, and until our next broadcast, Shalom from Jerusalem.